We are live. Just let me. Oh, I forgot to drop it into gun channels. So
do that as you go.
I do it. I messed it up again. I always do it every time. There we go. All right. Welcome from behind enemy lines to Rick's Life as I See It. A 1-hour talk show about guns, politics, anything that crosses my mind. Also, answer questions from you, the listener. You can either put it in chat or send me through email, rickslifeasiseeit@gmail.com. I'm also, once this chat is finished, later on this afternoon or tomorrow, it will be on Snitcher and iTunes as well. The audio file will be. And, of course, it'll be on YouTube if you want to hear it. So that's it. Also, if there's any big companies out there want me to advertise for them, feel free. Drop me a line. We discuss things. If anybody else wants me to, promote their YouTube channel with give me stickers or patches to hand out, I'll mention your name as I'm doing it. No problem. I'm looking for swag because I've run out. Today is my last. I run out of swag. I don't want to use my own personal stickers I got back behind me. I've already done that already.
Yeah, I don't see the hit or miss sticker up there yet.
It is.
I don't see it.
It's. Oh, I got to move the camera. It's near the top.
Oh, okay. It's off. As long as it's on top,
No, see where.
No, it's good. As long as it's on top.
It's just above those. The gun channel ones there. It's sitting right above it.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Next time I'll make sure I turn the camera on to see it. It's there. It's on there. Anyway, okay, that's it. I just want to say great show last week. Thanks for all coming. Who's here today? Rich White's here. Grim's here. Good to see you. Chris.
That's Flippy.
Was that's Flippy, is it?
That's Flippy.
How come we don't say Flippy?
Because he has to be
different.
A millennial.
Oh, Jesmel Outdoors on there. If you want to join us, we'll send you a link. You want to send him a link for me, Magistrate?
Send who?
Jesmel Outdoors.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, I don't know if everybody's in here yet. I'm going to wait a few minutes because I got the big winner for the deck of cards from the Old West.
The last deck.
And believe it or not, I'm very disappointed in all you people. That I just had 4 people write in for the, and all 4 were correct. So, but what I'm going to do the drawing with a few more people getting into the chat.
My answer should have been the right one.
$20?
You betcha.
Yeah.
No, he said 25. He'll pay for shipping.
Yeah, oh, that's true. That's true. So, anyway, I'll just wait a few more minutes before I do that. Or, no, I'll go ahead and do it now.
Joseph, if you're out there listening, I sent you a link to check your email.
He said I'm having issues making my Connect Cam, a webcam on my computer.
You don't need to use a webcam.
That's it. So, anyway, let me... Okay. Where did it go? I lost it. Oh.
Did you have it?
Oh, there it is. I think that's the one. Okay. All right, can we see it?
Pick items, yes.
Can you see the names and stuff?
Yep.
Okay, there's only 4 people. Norman, Jared, Rich White, and Native Gun. They're the only the 4 that wrote in, and all 4 of them got it right. It was an open breech. Basically, is what I was looking for, and why. It's to keep the. Hang on, where's my thing? How did it word it for me?
To keep the round from baking, right?
Yeah. Many modern machine guns fire from an open breech position. Having the breech bolt lock open upon releasing the trigger virtually eliminates cook-offs or cartridge self-igniting because of high chamber temperatures, transferring excessive heat through to propellant. But you all got that right. Not in those exact words, but you all said keeping it cool one way or another. So you 4 are there. So let me hit the draw now button, and that way it's not faked. So here we go. Draw now. Who did you pick? Storm and Norman, is it?
Yep.
Yeah, Storm and Norman, you're the winner. So if you're out there, send me your mailing address, and I will get it off to you. I do have an. Otherwise, if I don't hear from him, I'll email him because I still have his email from his question. So there we go. So that's for the deck of cards. Now, if anybody wants any, there's G-Web still has some sell on his website. I believe they're $19.11 or something like that. I think $19.11. Get it? So that's a good prize to win. So there you go. All right, my first topic. I was discussing this in the chat yesterday with the people that were in there. Hey, Russ. Oh, Dresmo joined it. How you doing? My first.
I'm doing good. Thanks for the invite.
Yeah, no problem. Oh, Miles will talk about them first for my first topic. There's Jasmine, Night Strike, and Tony are on the panel. You guys want to do your stuff? Anything to say, Tony?
Howdy, people.
All right, Night Strike.
Shall not be infringed.
Hit or miss, Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock.
Hit or miss, Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock.
Yeah. And Jasmine, outdoors. When's yours?
We got a Friday night show at 9 Eastern and a Sunday night show at 9:30 Eastern now. So thanks again for having us on.
No problem. Okay, my first topic that I was discussing in the chat yesterday was buying guns on credit. There's a gun. There's an organization out there that does it. You can fill out a thing, and you can buy a gun if your credit. They give you the credit to buy a gun. So if they give you $1,000 credit, you can buy a $1,000 gun. Paid off monthly or whatever. I mean, to me, I get into trouble with credit. I always overspend. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's not a good idea. But I mean, do people buy guns like that? I mean, I guess there's a market for people to do that.
I know Ponry's doing it.
Yeah, that's where I got the idea from, because we were talking about it yesterday in the show. But he's the only person I know that does it. But there's a network of dealers out there that do it. So, I don't know. To me, it's just, if they give me $1,000 credit, I'll spend every goddamn penny of it.
Yeah, I think my wife would kick my ass if she found out I did something like that.
Yeah, same here, Tony. I'm pretty sure I would be buried in the back.
Yeah, I did forget to post in the lobby. Sorry that, Sean. You taking care of it for me? I hope. First time I forgot. Oh, Sean said it's a good way to build credit. You do them one at a time. The nice thing is you get to take them home the day you're approved, unlike a layaway. It's a good way to get a gun you wouldn't ordinarily buy outright.
Now, I have done layaway a number of times because that's the only way I can afford something that costs, $600 or $700 for most of the time.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd rather do layaway myself too. That way I know once I got the gun, it's done and paid for, and it's mine. As I said, credit can run you into trouble. You got a credit card for you're buying a gun. You got a credit card that you normally use for regular day life. This kind of stuff. If you ain't careful, you max them out, both of them. You're paying them off, and you ain't got no money left. I'm talking from experience, from years past. I wasn't the most prudent guy in the past. You're talking about a guy here during my drinking days, and before they had, that's what killed me, was the internet, and all this stuff done over the web. Because you used to be able to write a check, and it would take 4 or 5 days to get to a bank. Well, I had 3 or 4 bank accounts running. Writing one check on another, then on another and another. I always had money. I was always able to drink. But when it all come crashing down, hell, that's another story all by itself. But I said I talk about anything here on this show. But
well, alcohol does tend to impair the thinking process.
Oh, it does. It does.
It takes control.
It does. But anyway, now that I said, I still love spending money. I still do. So that's why I wasn't going to do credit. Because what would happen is, right? Say they gave me $1,000. Say I buy a gun at $600. I'll make a couple of payments, right? Then I'm back up. Then I'll have $700. Then I'll go spend the $700. So I have 2 guns now. And over $1,000. Then that's I make a huge payment. But that's the way my brain works. I know how it works. So
nobody likes debt.
Yeah, exactly. And it's taken me a long time to get out of debt from all. And that was, I stopped drinking 20 years ago. And it's taken me, of course, the day I got sober didn't mean my life totally changed. You know what I'm saying? So, it took me quite a while to get it sorted out. Then I got divorced, which threw me back again. So how these things go. So anyway, now I'm disabled and I have a fixed income. So I'm happy we're using layaway. If I get any extra money, by chance, like I just done my tax return, I'm getting a whole $72.
Wow.
Man, that sucks. Normally I get a couple of thousand, but I've been working. You know what I'm saying? Then what I would do, I would take that couple of thousand and buy stuff with it. But that ain't happening this coming year.
Yeah, that's kind of a kick in the slats.
Well, they got to get their knocks somewhere, don't they?
Yeah. I have never had like a credit card or anything because I knew myself better than that. I would max that sucker right out and
okay,
minimum payments.
Yeah. Oh, Sean's explaining it to us in the YouTube chat.
He goes through a company, and that's great if he can go through a company.
Yeah.
I don't normally do that because my income is sporadic. So more or less what I end up doing is I just build AR-15s and just sell, when I need money, I'll just sell one of those.
Yeah. I know
to buy something else, which usually ends up being a different gun. So, but I do though. I build those because you can buy them part by part by part.
Ohio 45 says Freedom Ammunition will sell you their ammunition on credit. I didn't know that. But
see, here's the way I see credit, though. Credit is for poor people to keep poor people poor. That is the whole reason for credit nowadays. There is no reason other than to keep poor people poor for credit.
You hit it right on the nail. You really have. Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm a poor man.
Some things you just about have to buy on credit, like a new vehicle or a house, but
Oh yeah, yeah.
all
But your
these
everyday,
credit cards and stuff.
yeah,
Yeah, but what's the interest on a house or a car? So I'm looking at like 2.7 on my house, 2.8 I think, and then my car I'm at like 3%. But if I get a credit card, I'm looking at like 17, 18%. So where's the give and take? You're losing literally almost 20% of what you're going to spend instead of just saving it and then buying it.
yeah, yeah. Oh, I had some junk mail yesterday. One of those like payday loan places. And I'm reading it. I'm reading it, and I look at the small print. It was something like 600% interest. You know, I thought, geez, how is that illegal? That's
Yep.
loan shark. You know,
As long as they're not active duty, which Congress passed it, they can't go over 36% on those for active duty.
Yeah.
Everybody else gets raped.
yeah, yeah. I was funny. I was just looking at the small print. I was just wondering. You know, I
Lots
said
of
when it
people
comes to
don't
money, when it comes to money, I got to be careful because I could have easily opened that envelope up and gone on the line and done my stuff, but I'm getting better. I just looked at it and threw it away.
people don't think about it because it doesn't sound that bad when they lay it out, because it's like you borrow $100 and you got to pay back 110 in 2 weeks.
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
And
You're
do
right.
the math on that. That's 470% friggin' interest.
Yeah, you're right. That's what I was saying. So I don't do that kind of stuff. But back to what we're saying, like I got written down here, I do the layaway thing. You know, that works for me, and it, you know, if I can't buy it outright, I'll do it on layaway, and that way I know it's mine, and it's done. It paid for, and we're good to go. So, my next topic. Any more? I haven't heard a lot from Congress or the anti-gunners on gun control because of the shooting in Kentucky and the one in Texas too the day before.
Well, that one died away really quick.
You know, I haven't heard much about it. So it's I guess it's a good thing. Well, it's a shame people got shot, but it's a good thing they're not hammering us for it.
Well, it was a 15-year-old kid with a handgun, not a 40-year-old white guy with AR.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Yeah, all three of them, even the one that was in Louisiana the same day as the Kentucky shooting, all three of those were deemed for people that were mentally unfit to even have a firearm to begin with history of mental illness and everything. So it quickly got swept underneath the rug.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, but 50, I mean, can you own a gun in Kentucky at 15?
No.
Well, you can't own, but I mean, under supervision of an adult, you can handle.
Yeah. So basically, he must have stole it or taken it. If it was his, taking it out of the safe or whatever at his home.
I do not think that here in Illinois there's an age limit on owning.
Yeah.
I think you can't buy one until you're 18.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is your dad buys one and says, this is your gun, but it's in my name or whatever, but, you know, keep it in the safe. You use it when we go out shooting, you know.
I just bought my 10-year-old grandson a rifle.
There is an age limit when it comes to handguns.
Yeah. But not long guns?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Long guns federally is 18 years for sales, but as far as possession, it's state to state.
Okay. All right.
That's what I say. Each state's probably different because some states will let you buy a handgun at 18.
Yeah. You're right.
Get your carry license, I should say.
That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm going to put on layaway now. As I was saying in the chat yesterday, I think it was yesterday, the day before, I went to Bud's Gun and I was somebody said, you snooze, you lose. I was going to get a Marlin 336 and they said layaway. And I said, well, I'll come back and do it. Yeah, it was 2 weeks later. I went and go do it. And they took the layaway away.
Yep. Somebody got it.
What was that?
I thought you you know,
for it.
I'm trying to stay away from the 102 codes, you know.
What were they wanting for that thing at Bud's?
They wanted, I think it was 400 something, but it came with a sight on it too. You know, but I think it was $450 somewhere around there. I think.
Because I can buy one of those things at Walmart, just the 336 for like $320.
Oh yeah, yeah. Can't do that.
So
We don't
buy away guns either.
Our Walmart don't sell guns. Not allowed.
Telling you, Rick, move to Texas.
Yeah.
Move to a freer state, Rick, and then Walmart will sell guns.
Yeah, the only thing they sell is ammo. You know?
Even then, that's a stretch.
Yeah, actually, they've relaxed the law a little bit. All ammunition had to be under lock and key. But now, shotgun can go out on the shelf. You know. But
I might my next gun might actually be a genuine Winchester 1886.
Yeah, they're expensive.
Not nearly as expensive as I expected. About $1,200.
Yeah.
If you wait about another 6 months there, Tony, their price is coming down. There was a large auction, and almost, I think, 2,000 or 3,000 were released back to the market.
Oh yeah.
That's interesting.
Oh yeah, it is. I might consider that myself too. You know, it would be nice to have a Winchester. You know what I'm saying?
A genuine Winchester.
Well, especially in 1886, an original rifle.
Yeah. You know, that's special.
Well, I was talking about a new one.
I'll take a used one. You know. Hey,
they're still making the things new.
Hey, people, who we got there? Atypical Jake, Gunpowder Beauty. Come in the chat there.
That's still a great price on a good lever gun.
Yeah, I'm kicking it in the Marlin back and forth because Marlin's making one that's got a 26-inch barrel cowboy gun that's like $700.
Yeah.
I would almost plunk the extra $5 to get the Winchester.
Yeah, but the Marlin might not be made again in another 5 years. They might go down with the Remington ship.
Yeah. Hey, John Z's in the chat. I sent you a link, buddy. So, you think Marlin might go down with Remington?
Well, they're all Freedom Group. You know, it's possible they could all get sold off to other companies and everything. But with Henry coming back in the market so strongly and actually producing products that people want, it's kind of hard. And Marlin, their fit and their finish is kind of getting pretty bad.
Yeah. That's what I heard.
It ain't as bad as people think it is, to be honest with you. The first batch of the true Remlin stuff was crappy, but they've kind of got it together a little bit. It's still not what it should be, but the performance is fine. I got a new Marlin 1894, and it's a fine gun after working the lever about 1,000 times.
Yeah, I mean, their function is going to be fine. And if you're going to put a scope rail on them, you think you'll be okay there too. But the ones I've picked up, you can literally tell that the dovetail for the rear sight is over like to one side or the other. They're not exactly centered.
Yeah. Ohio says he brought a stainless 336 and 3030 for $635. That's the Marlin, right? Ohio? Yeah.
Mine looks pretty damn straight.
So.
That's good then. And I'm not trying to bash on Marlin because I absolutely love Marlin rifles, and I have 3 or 4 in my safe. But I mean, Freedom Group and same with Colt, man. These classic American companies just keep letting us down every year. SHOT Show wasn't even anything bigger. So
This is why I don't like to buy a gun sight unseen. I'd rather handle it, look at it.
Yeah,
and that's why I haven't bought a gun online yet.
Yeah, but does your local gun store let you do layaway?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine does because it's a pawn shop.
Yeah. Well, I found where I start buying my my reloading stuff. That's what that is too. So I might look in there and see what he's got and see what he can do for me. Yeah. You never know. I'm a new customer, so you might work with me. There we go. What have I got next on my list here? Oh yes. I'm gonna have to. I want to go to. I want to go to Tulsa gun show with the guys, or the NRA thing. But I'm going to have to do it through like Gofundme type thing. Do you think that's the best way to do it?
I have no idea.
Help me with my expenses. Then I'll film stuff and make videos and do chats and all that kind of stuff. This is what those guys did at the SHOT Show. Is basically what I'm thinking.
No idea.
No idea.
It depends on your transportation there, Rick. Because let's say if you're driving and you drive out there and you lose a transmission or blow a head gasket or something, and like myself, we're on a budget, so everything has to be budgeted for in advance. If you absolutely just don't have the cash to cover that, then you're stuck where you're stuck at, unfortunately. And no matter how much crowdfunding you've got, it might not be an easy turnaround. So
yeah, you're right. You're right. That's why I threw it out there. I thought I'll see what people say about it.
I'm saying, not to go. I mean, if you want to go, obviously, make the decision to go. But flying, you could already have your tickets and everything paid for, so your expense of travel may be a little bit higher initially, but your chance of failure is significantly lower, I think.
Yeah.
Flying, and I hate to say this because I make fun of Uber as well, but using Uber as well as flying would probably mitigate a lot of the costs.
I'm trying to convince the old lady to take a vacation then and go out there.
Oh, yeah?
But I'm not near the distance you are from it. It's like 650 miles for me.
Yeah, I mean, I got to drive the whole length of Texas because we're down on the Gulf Coast and we're driving it. So for us, it's not going to be a bad thing, but we are going to be at the Tulsa Gun Show.
Okay.
Now I'll tell you another option you might do is rent a car.
Yeah, sometimes you can get some good deals on those.
I rented one to go to Chicago in, and it was surprisingly inexpensive. I mean, I think it was like $40 a day.
Yeah.
Which is not bad for having a new car that you don't have to worry about.
Yeah. Oh, John in the chat saying just call Dano to come and get me.
Opposite direction, John. Actually, John, if you and Cycle Camp are gonna go, you might want to pick Rick up on your way down there, because
Cycle Camp, actually, I can get to where Cycle Camp lives in maybe just over an hour.
I mean, Rick, if Cycle Camp has a good enough car, you might want to see about, I don't know, making arrangements.
Yeah.
Carpooling.
Yeah. Yeah, I said, but Cycle Camp, I can get to where he lives in about an hour. 45 minutes if there ain't no traffic, you know? So,
Well, it's because all of New England fits inside of most of the counties that I've lived in my life.
oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. I mean, and where John's at in New York ain't that far either. You know? I can get to New York City in a couple of hours.
You poor bastard.
No. I said, well, I mean, things are very close together up here. Oh, Joan, just put your dress on and speak for Cycle Camp yourself.
I'm not speaking for Cycle Camp. I'm just mentioning that he's been talking about that John and Cycle Camp have mentioned it.
Yeah, I mean, because didn't they say that wasn't John and Cycle Camp going to do it together?
Yeah, they mentioned it live on live chats. If you don't want it to be spoken about, John, then don't say it on a live chat.
Don't calm down now. Yeah, I think he was only joking with you.
Mr. Keyboard Warrior over there.
Oh yeah. Oh,
my old Suburban's got 212,000 miles on it. It's 17, 18 years old, but I ain't worried.
But I mean, since everybody's so mad at the NRA, is anybody going to the NRA?
No,
I ain't. That NRA is like SHOT Show. It's kind of an industry.
I mean, they say SHOT Show's more for the people like us. You know, the consumer, and they want you to touch all the guns and stuff.
Some I know a couple of GC members are still going to go, but I'm going to try and make it to Tulsa. But if not, it may just be a next year thing because honestly, I don't want to go to an NRA because I didn't renew my membership. I went and joined the GOA and the Second Amendment Foundation.
Yeah, yeah. I said I'm a member of those too, but I'm keeping. But you know, fortunately or unfortunately, my shooting the club I belong to, you have to be a member of the NRA, a paid up member. You know, and I don't mind paying the odd, was it $30 a year now?
I'll say one thing about the NRA though. It's not a bad thing to pay them, especially if you get perks. Let's say like the only way to go and be a part of a range or a shooting club is to have that membership. Just view it as part as being that membership of the shooting club and not being part of the NRA. The NRA isn't going to go away, and they're not going to lose their funding overnight because most of their funding doesn't even come from their members to begin with. That's only about a third of their funding. A lot of it comes from outside organizations or other means of funding. So I say support the GOA or whoever you want and support the NRA if you want. I just am not going to be a supporter of the NRA.
Yeah.
The NRA does much other than pissed off about right now. I mean, there's crap loads of training and whatnot that they do, and they have done for their whole time of existence.
Oh, Ohio looked it up here, just backtrack. He said it's around 1,500 miles from my place to Tulsa. You know, that's a trek.
You can do it, Rick.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't mind doing it. You know, I mean, I would see because what it comes down to is the walking thing. You know, it'd be hard for me to walk, so I would have to rent a scooter or a wheelchair when I got there. You know, or if I drive my truck, I got one I can put around the back of my truck, bring with me. You know, so I mean, it's these kind of things I look at. You know,
well, in your position, it's something you need to look at.
Yeah, I'll look into it, see if I can do it on my, you know. But see, what's called but back to doing the Gofundme thing. You know, I don't really want to do it because I feel like if my videos or whatever I do aren't good enough. I feel like I've cheated the people out of their money. You know what I'm saying? So we're safe. We're safe.
Well,
Anyway.
Rick, the only way you're gonna get your videos are gonna get better is if you keep doing them. So not doing them isn't an excuse.
No, you're right. You're right. No, John, the Indiana trip's being put on hold. I got to go. My hips got so bad, they've set up the operation for new hip replacement. And I'm doing
out of the game.
You
may be out of luck of going anyway.
Yeah, you're right. Because they said it's going to take 8 to 12 weeks for it to actually heal. But the doctor said he'll have me up and walking in a day and a half. You know? So, you're right. I mean, timing, I might not be able to make it. I said he's put me in for the operation. I haven't found out when yet. I mean, he's one of the best in the state, so there might be a little waiting list. You know what I'm saying? It might not be next week. It might be next month or the month after. You know? So, when's Tulsa? April?
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
April.
Hey,
April 7th and 8th.
Hey, he might even be booked up until April. I don't know. I'm waiting. I should find out this week. You know?
You should.
I did have to move. I had the place all set up and stuff. But I didn't want to go through all the bullshit of, I'm talking to John here. I didn't want to go through all the BS of finding new doctors, getting it all reset up and everything else. Is why. You know, maybe that's, I'm just making an excuse up because I'm, you know, don't want to do the change thing, you know. Nobody likes change. The only constant in life is change.
Oh, I love change, especially pocket change.
You know. So. Oh, I tell you what I did get in the mail the other day. But it don't take effect until May, because I get Medicare.
Oh, did
I'll be because May is 2 years disabled. And
How old are you?
They put you on Medicare. You know, what was that?
How old are you?
I'll be 61 next month. You know. I'll be disabled 2 years, so I get to go on they put you on Medicaid early. You know? So. But I mean, I pay for. I mean, basically, I'm almost on the same thing now. At the state level, I mean, I pay $100 a month, and the state pays $500. So my actual insurance premium is $600 a month. You know, the state pays $500 of it. I pay $100. Outrageous, ain't it? You know, so that's medical for you, but we won't go there. That could be a long, long story.
I'm lucky at this point. I'm on my old lady's insurance through her work, and it is pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie about that. I got TRICARE through the military because I got medically retired and through the company I work for, so we're pretty set.
Oh yeah.
It's for hospital, and if we do what business we can with them, it's really good.
Oh,
Are you taking adoptions there, Tony?
Yeah. So anyway,
depends on how old she is. I would consider it.
I'm lucky that the state covers it for me. I couldn't afford that, you know. So in some ways, this is where Obamacare is working a little bit, but still, even for $600, I get you know, all my medication is generic, you know, and I mean some of that's not some of that's $25 even generic. You know, my medicine is about $100 a month. I pay $100 for the insurance.
This time around, last year I went paying the copay up until June when I met the amount of our spend down. And then my medication had no copay for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
And the copay was costing me about $120 a month. This year we changed insurance companies or insurance plans, and my copay is about half that.
That's good.
So
That's
we'll
good. I mean, also, I mean, like this. I mean, I have a big deductible too. You know, so it swings and roundabouts, as we used to say in England.
We'll have to see if it's good or not, and how long I have to keep if I have to pay the copay all damn year or not.
Yeah. So, from what I understand is, with this Medicare, I can get some third plan to help me cover what it doesn't cover. So I got to look into it.
Well, I'm hoping to be able to force my wife's insurance company to keep me on.
Well, they should, shouldn't they?
I don't think they can refuse me
No.
if she wants to pay the extra premium.
Yeah. Yeah.
If that's the case, then when I switch to Medicare, it ain't going to hurt nothing.
Yeah.
Because they'll just pay up to their part above what Medicare pays, so they save some money and I don't lose anything.
Oh, yeah. If anybody talking about that, I was telling Ohio, says me and him are almost the same age. If anybody wants to send me a swag for my birthday, feel free. You know?
Did you go through all those stickers?
My birthday is February 7th. So anybody want to send me swag, I'll take it.
I ain't got shit to send because I don't have nothing.
Oh, talking about that, I almost forgot my instant quiz for the Glock sticker. Can you see it? Instant quiz. Right. And Night Strike's got the question.
All right. Really, really hard question for you all. Okay. Who invented the Colt Model 1900?
Come on in.
That inbox better be completely full by everybody that's watching right now.
Come on, I'm watching. Ohio puts Colt.
We're looking for the inventor.
The inventor.
He was a single person.
Okay, Sean's got it.
Sean got it.
Yeah. J.M. Browning.
Whoa. Well, you know what? I'm going to ask. No, I'm going to give it to Russ Carr because he gave the full answer instead of an abbreviation.
Oh, John Moses Browning?
Yeah.
It's Russ?
Give it to Russ.
Ponder's won too damn much stuff throughout the past year or two anyway.
Yeah. He needs
Thanks, Midnight Range. Good to see you, too. Thanks for stopping by.
John Moses Browning was the answer I was looking for.
I gave it away when I said God in gun community. That's Browning.
No, Gun Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no.
There you go, Sean. Night Strike has spoken.
The question should have been name all 7 wives of John Moses Browning.
No, I don't even think he had more than one.
Sean goes, you're another pirate there, Night Strike.
Well, I was looking for a specific answer, and you only gave me abbreviations, Sean. So, you know what? Type the whole thing out next time. And Midnight Range TM, the answer is 42. It's just not the answer we were looking for.
Yeah. So, Russ, you might have given it to me before, but send me your address, your mailing address, to Rick's Life as I See It at gmail.com. For all you guys, when you do send me your address, I write out on the envelope, then I delete the email. I don't keep them. You know, I just want people to think that I'm hoarding all your addresses here and I'm going to sell them on the internet. You know what I'm saying? I do delete them.
You should hoard them.
You know, maybe I can get a quarter for each one.
Yeah, right.
You know, somebody wants a bunch of addresses. Now,
now,
one of those junk mailers.
A possibly tougher trivia question is what was John Moses Browning's dad? known for.
I know that one.
Aside from
I know that one.
hitting
So does Sean, though.
motives. Should.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention that. That patch was actually donated by Rich White. This one.
So obviously he's not going to answer because he doesn't want it back.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, because I had a sticker and a patch last week, and he said he'd just take the sticker, which was hit or miss.
Never underestimate a person's desire just to win, even if they don't take the prize.
Anyway, Sean, if you got any complaints, send them to yankeemarshal@gmail.com.
Yeah, send all complaints to the yankeemarshal@gmail.com.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how it works there. He's in charge of complaints.
I thought it was shooting left to center at Gmail.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
Well, it's he has both of them.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, next thing I wanted to talk about is it was mainly for us creators out there. Is these people aren't gun related, but they have some great ideas how to promote your YouTube channel. You know, and one of them, I don't know, you guys might have heard of him. One's Roberto Blake.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
You know, he has some great ideas on how to promote your channel for you up-and-comers. You know? And another one is, she used to be called, she had a funny last name, Smackemeyer or something, but she's now Amy Landio. Landino. And she's really good too on how to grow your YouTube channel and to diversify the other stuff. You know, I think her page used to be called Sexy Savvy Social or something, but she's just changed it to her own name now. She got married. You know, and but she's another one you need to check out for you young creators out there. They got some. I mean, they have some really great stuff. So there you go. That's what it means. Diversify. You know, well, I need to diversify. I'm trying to think what I can diversify into. You know, but we'll see. We'll see. And for talking about creators, a shout out this week, or is it hashtag? I had it written down somewhere. Where did I have it written down? Hashtag Gun Channel Blitz is the RL. How you pronounce his last name, Night Strike?
Sewer.
Yeah, there you go. Check out his site. He's coming along. Hey, Patriot. Good to see you. So, that's it. So that's the next one. So on the Gun Channel Blitz, check him out. He's got a nice, good little site coming up there. Oh, also, what else have I got on here? Not much, actually. Oh, actually, hey, we've been talking for almost an hour already.
We have?
Wow. Time goes by when you're having fun. So if anybody else got anything they want to talk about, I can come up with some other stuff. I haven't got it written down, but I can come up with some stuff out of my head. You know?
So what's something you like to do, Rick, besides just gun stuff?
Well, right now, guns is all I do because it's about all I can manage. But I'm hoping once I've had the hip replacement, I might be able to get back out on the golf course.
Do some golfing videos.
Yeah, I love golf. I mean, when I stand on the first tee, it's worth two strokes. It's there alone. I look good. I mean, I've got the made to measure pings, golf clubs. I mean, when I do things, it's all or nothing with me. I mean, I got these ping clubs all made for me. You know, they're actually they're a half-inch longer than standard. That's what they measured me for. I used to be a member of a club down the street here. I would play as my job. I used to work 3 days a week. I would work like a second shift. I would start at lunchtime. Well, I'd play 9 holes in the morning before I go to work and all kinds of stuff. I used to people. I had a terrible handicap though, because I'll tell you why. People thought I called me a shyster, really, or crook, or they call me all kinds of names I was out there, because I'll go par, birdie, par, bogey, birdie, and a 10. You know, every round, every guaranteed on 18 holes, I'll have 2 holes that I've taken a 10 or more on. I don't know why. It just happens. So that would keep my score up there high, you know. But I've been known to go around. I've done 9 holes. The best I've ever done 9 holes is I shot a 36, and it was that was two over par on the 9 holes. You know, but that was when I was playing every day during the summer.
Best I ever did on 9 holes is exactly twice that. First and last game I ever played.
But I mean, that's what I like doing, and besides, you know, and also, believe it or not, I like that's golf and doing that. I mean, I do a lot of as I've mentioned, shown. I'm not embarrassed about it. I am a member of a 12-step program, and I used to be on the Connecticut board. That you know, that used to be. The higher you get, the lower you are, basically. Because I don't know if everybody who's in AA, it works upside down. The higher you're at, because the person who's in charge is the drunk in the group. It sounds funny, but being on the board, you sort of like, that's where all the making schedules, talking to New York, because that's where the main place is, and all this kind of stuff. I mean, I was really involved in that too. It used to take up a lot of my time. So there you go. That's what. And as a living, I used to be I was a butcher, meat cutter. That's what I did for the government too. I started off as a meat cutter for the government. Then I became a meat department manager. Then I became a store manager on the military commissaries.
You could do that. You could do take primal cuts and do breakdown videos and stuff like that.
Yeah, I could. Actually, I thought about that.
Because you don't need to. Well, you can, but you don't absolutely need to stand up for that. You could just get like a stool or something, sit down on that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that's something that 99% of the people. Hold on, buddy. Hold on. That's what 99% of the people in the United States don't even know how to do, is break down their own cuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, So
I can tell you there ain't a shit ton of good videos on how to cut up like a deer. There's a lot of videos out there, but they're not all that good. At least what I've seen.
Well, Rick, did you mess with a lot of deer?
I cut deer.
You cut deer, all right.
Not a lot of it, but I've done it. You know, it's basically it's cutting deer is basically like cutting a lamb.
Okay.
You know, so it's yeah. I mean, I can do it. That's not a bad.
Yeah, all the names of the cuts are the same with lamb and mutton as they are deer as well too.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know whether I can. Yeah, that's something to look into. You know, some people buy some really dumb stuff, and they wonder why it's tough as hell. You know,
Rick's chop of the week.
That's it. I might have to start doing that.
Rick's cut.
Yeah, diversify. You know.
Yeah, deer and hog both would probably be kind of popular too, given the increase in hog hunting.
Yeah. And another thing I do, I make it at home here. It's not American, but I make British sausage. You know,
Okay, how is it different than American sausage?
The accent.
No, seriously.
it's
Is it, you know, how different are the spices? I guess.
it's the spices. It's the spices. What it is. As an American sausage, is real. It's got more spice in it. A British sausage has a different flavor to it. I know it's hard to explain.
As long as you don't delve northward into the Scottish stuff, because those dudes will eat anything.
They will.
I mean like a haggis. Yeah.
Yeah. What is it? Heart, liver, and lung boiled in the stomach. That's haggis.
Yeah, but basically, yeah.
Yeah, with oats and onions and stuff. But British sausages usually are flavored with mace, thyme, sage.
Yes, yeah.
Where American sausages would use something more on the sharp end, as chili peppers, those kind of things, and then pepper, or
But
I'm like losing my.
That's what I make mine on. I mean, I use sage and stuff in mine when I make them.
I like a sagey sausage myself, but
What I'm saying is, I got a little grinder in the kitchen here. I go buy grind pork and I'll mix it all up here, and I'll make the actual sausage using real casings for them.
That'd be something I watched, Rick, because that's great stuff. Sorry, Tony.
You're onto an idea here that you might be kind of successful with.
Think that might work and do stuff like that? Yeah.
Yes.
That's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea.
We all like to eat.
Yes.
So,
and we see how Midnight's channel is taking off. You know, guns and food seems to be working quite well.
Yeah, maybe Rick, you could do guns and prepare meat.
Yeah. Well, he cooks it. I do it raw. You know.
Just because you know how to have the select cuts does not mean that you don't know how to cook it either.
No, I know how to cook. I know how to cook. You know, I just don't like cooking.
It's equally as important, if not more so important, to know how to cut it before you cook it.
Oh yeah.
Because cutting it the wrong way makes it way tougher if you screw up.
Oh, absolutely.
Been down that damn trail.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially with things like tri-tip and stuff like that are very regional. But yeah, sausage is like one of those mysterious things with different grinds, different seasonings, different kinds of casing, and I mean, there's a million and one videos that you could probably do just with sausage because of the different kinds of grinds. Like a British sausage is traditionally a really fine grind, whereas you get into American sausages, which are more like German, which are real coarse ground sausages. So,
yeah, that's another thing. Normally, when I have ground pork, it's finer grind to make my British sausage. Also, you know,
there's how many dozens and hundreds of German sausages, man.
Yeah, there's this same thing with British, and then you can get into Portuguese and Spanish and Mexican, and then Middle Eastern sausages and Greek, and I mean, every culture has its own sausage, I believe.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, you start at the beginning, and you could well have a full couple of years worth of series on it.
Oh yeah.
I thought about Mediterranean sausage, but I'll bet that would be really good.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. I'm gonna have to look into that. I mean, set up the old camera. I gotta try. It's sitting on a tripod now. I could set it up in the kitchen, or I can show what I'm doing. You know.
Yep.
Yeah, that might work. That might work. Yeah, I have to buy some stuff. I haven't made it for a while, but oh yeah, I can go down to the place I used to work. I can get all the natural casings and stuff. You know.
Just tell them who you are and then what you do, and then just walk out of there with free stuff, right?
Yeah, exactly. Right. I mean, I work for an Italian butcher here in town, and the part of Italy they come from, I'm trying to think of, around, I think they're called Calabrese or something like that. They make a thing called supersada, and that's a sausage. I mean, this is a sausage. They make it, and they put it in casings, and they hang it up for 8 weeks. They make it just after Christmas. You know, for like right now, this is soupy season, January and February, because it's cool, and you hang this stuff up in your basement or somewhere cool, and you let it, and it's got all kinds of spices in it. And they let it hang there for 8 weeks to cure. Then you slice it and eat it.
I mean, if you start getting into cured sausages and stuff like that, I mean, like Calbredia and all these, I mean, pepperoni for one, you know.
Yeah.
That's one that most people they take for granted. But yeah, there's, like I say, that's something you might actually want to get into, especially if you already do it.
Oh, Sean Eric, explain to good people here what the lights are in haggis. Lights are lungs. It's a sheep. What? Because I believe they use sheep lungs. What lights are. You know.
But haggis is heart, liver, and lungs.
In the old days, we used to call them plucks. You pick them up, and you would have the lung here, the heart hanging here, the liver, all on this one thing. You would take the liver off, take the heart off, and you would have the lungs, which you would use for that kind of stuff. You know?
So, Rick, have you had much haggis?
No, I don't like it.
No?
No, I've eaten it, but I don't like it.
Really?
It's an acquired taste. It really is.
Huh.
You know, it's not as bad as people make it out to be, but I just don't. No, it doesn't work.
It sounds bad.
Yeah,
it just sounds bad.
Yeah, but no, I mean I've eaten it, but don't. I mean, put it this way: if you served it up to me, I would eat it, but I wouldn't go out and buy it.
Right.
You know,
I wouldn't.
That's the same.
Everything's always better free.
Yeah, that's the same thing as lamb. You know, like English people love lamb. I don't. I can't stand the smell of it cooking. It's one of those things. But if you serve it up to me, I'll eat it. I'll be polite and eat it. But I normally smother it in brown sauce or something. You know, steak sauce all over.
I'm going to be more honest with them and say, I ain't eating that shit.
Yeah, but you know, but
yeah, the price of lamb is what keeps us from eating it. I mean, so same with veal. So
yeah, you're right. Lamb is expensive. And why?
What's crazy about the veal industry is that it's supported 100% by the dairy industry, because dairy cows don't make milk when they're not pregnant. Where do you think the baby cows go? They turn them into veal.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, basically, you're fine. You know, when you watch your all your shows on TV, when all these calves are being born, they're being born to keep that cow producing milk. And if they're not, as you said, if they're not going to use the cow to increase the herd, it goes into veal. And all bull cows go into veal, because you only need one bull for the herd. You know what I'm saying? But they all go into veal. Now, people don't eat. Some people object to it because of the way they're kept in those little cages. You know, so you know, it can be. I mean, it's got a lot better than what it was. They used to keep them in stalls, and you know, they could just stand up in. They couldn't turn around or lay down or anything. But now the stalls are bigger, and they can move around in them now. But it's still, you know, it's
around here we got free range cows.
The what?
Around here we got free range cows.
Free range cows, but Yeah. But where are all the calves?
Most of them are running with their mom.
Well, some people do that.
Those are beef. Those are beef production cattle, though, right?
Yeah, more likely.
Yeah, beef production cattle are different.
Yeah.
This is hugely Angus beef area.
Yeah. That's for beef production. So they don't normally keep those and let them grow. The calf.
There's not,
of course, they don't need all them bulls.
In farm country here, there's not a hell of a lot of the pinning the cows up because they turn them on fields to finish cleaning the fields off. And one of the worst damn jobs I ever had was going out stringing electric fence so you turn cattle out on fields.
Yeah.
Coal, nasty.
I'll attest to that one, Tony, because I did it too.
Awful damn job.
And then you do about 2.5 miles of wire just to come find out you have a break somewhere.
Oh,
Corn stalk lays on it.
Now, has anybody noticed my new avatar I've been using the last few weeks? The can that says Spotted Rick on it. It's actually come off of a British thing called Spotted Dick. It's a dessert made. It basically it's bread pudding made with raisins. Is what it is. And he just got the nickname of Spotted Dick.
The Brits, I'm really highly British in my heritage, but I can't believe some of the crap that them people eat.
But I will have. I mean, I said I do have some stickers coming of my avatar of the Spotted Rick. I'll be giving those out when I get them. I don't know when they're going to arrive, but I know they're being made. And I'm looking.
I was supposed to get a hit or miss, but I ain't seen that one yet.
It's coming.
And I might get made into a patch too if I can find somebody who knows how to do them. You know what I'm saying, at a reasonable price. But I am making I'm making a small change to the avatar. Well, my creator who made the avatar is. We're going to put we're going to lower the bowler just a little bit more, and we're putting a what's the word for it?
Monocle
over the on there too. So
actually, Night Strike, if you want to offer that up as swag and say that I donated it back for you to give away to somebody else, that would be fine with me too.
I've got it. I've actually got it already in the envelope. I just haven't put it out in the mailbox. So I've already got it done.
Let's see. Sean says, tell them about HP sauce. HP sauce is that's what I said when I was talking about eating lamb, pouring brown sauce on it. Basically, it's steak sauce is what it is. We use it on everything. I mean, I go up to breakfast up this place called Christina's here in town. That's where I get into all my arguments with them libtards up there. But I go in there and I'll eat, I'll have bacon, egg, sausage, and they're throwing home fries. Well, what I do is I'll ask for steak sauce, and I pour brown sauce. English people pour brown sauce over it and eat it. Spice it up some.
Man, that does not sound appealing on.
Hey, steak sauce is good.
Scrapple's good.
No problem with steak sauce.
Well, steak sauce, brown sauce. It's brown. I mean, they just call it brown sauce in England. It's steak sauce, is what it is. But it's a bit thicker. It's more HP sauce. What Sean's talking about there. It's a bit thicker than regular steak sauce over here. It's more. I would say it has more of the consistency of like ketchup, thicker like that. But it's still steak sauce. So, I mean, like I'll use it like a British thing is like Sunday is doing a Sunday lunch, like roast beef, roast potatoes, and a vegetable. Well, I'll do it myself. Sometimes I'll do some, not always beef, but pork or beef. I'll roast that and I'll roast me some potatoes and stuff like this. And I love Brussels sprouts. I eat Brussels sprouts every week if I could. you know. And what I do when I sit there on Sunday and come out here, get in my chair, sit down and watch TV. I'll sit there and I'll pour my brown sauce all over it before I eat it. You know.
You eat Yorkshire pudding there, Rick?
I do. I made some the other day, but I made it with a Yorkshire pudding packet. I can't make it from scratch. I've tried and tried and tried. Even making it with a package. The art of Yorkshire pudding is getting the oil at the right temperature. Before you pour it in there, you put oil. Best way of doing it is do it like using one of those cupcake things. Do a tiny drop of oil on each one. Put it in the oven until it gets super hot. Pull it out, then drop some Yorkshire pudding mix into it. Hey, it's almost like pancake mix, to be honest with you. And pour that in there till you come to the level of the thing, then stick it back in the oven. Now, it's critical not to open that oven for 15 minutes. But you want to cook them for about 30 minutes so they're golden brown. You open up the oven in the first 15 minutes, they won't rise. They'll stay flat. So we leave them 15 minutes to rise up. It'll be nice and fluffy, golden brown. Oh, man, you can't beat it. But damn. I might have to make some tomorrow.
That's something that we try to do every Sunday is Yorkshire puddings after our beef roast.
Oh, yeah. You can't beat it. I mean, really, a Yorkshire pudding was actually originally made as a starter. Because when during the war and after the war in England, beef and food was rationed still. And so they would make Yorkshire pudding, and they would make them big as the plate. And people would eat that first. So when it came to the roast beef and stuff, they didn't eat so much because, you know what I'm saying, there wasn't a lot to go around because it was rationed. There's a little history lesson for you. Yeah?
All right. Well, here's a question. What about blood pudding?
What about it?
Have you ever had it?
Yes.
How bad is it?
I don't like that one either. It's just too rich. Oh, man, that blood pudding's rich. And it's, it has, that's where it gets its real dark color from. They use real blood in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I can't even fathom eating that.
It's healthy, though. Build some character.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a man's meal.
I'm good on character, thanks. I prove it every Tuesday night. It's 9 o'clock.
Yep. Anyway, guys, my time is up. I've overran. He said we might have something here. You know, as a sideline, talking about meat. You know, stuff like that. Yeah. There we go. Oh, I might have to add that in there. Diversify, as we're told to do.
I'm starting to branch
I
out
was
with tech stuff.
asking if that's a savory pudding or sweet. I'm assuming he's talking about Yorkshire.
What I have to do is like that guy on the radio talks about, during the summer when I'll get the meat, cut it or whatever I'm making, carry my sidearm while I'm barbecuing. You know what I'm saying? So we still have the gun thing going on.
Tony, the Yorkshire pudding's a savory pudding. It's made from like the beef drippings and stuff.
Oh yeah, it's not a dessert. It's a savory thing. And you normally have it with your roast beef and roast potatoes. Now, I make a mean roast potato. I tell you, Americans don't know how to make a roast potato. They serve up roast potato, and I go, what in the hell is that? Roast potato should be golden crispy on the outside, and the potato should be fluffy on the inside.
So you may have to mince words with Midnight Range TM.
You know what I'm saying?
That's one thing I'm kind of very disappointed in going to any of the steakhouses across the United States. When you get your potato, the skin needs to be crispy and like its own texture and own part of the meal itself besides the inside of the potato, and they just don't do it.
No, they don't. No. There you go. Now, I mean, I don't. When I make roast potatoes, I peel them right, complete down. But what I do is in the bottom of I use a big pan. You peel potatoes, chop them into 3 or 4 chunks. In the pan, you put about sort of like a thing of oil in the bottom of the pan. Put the potatoes in there, roll them all over so they're all covered in oil. Do your oven around 400 degrees. Throw them in there for about 30, 35 minutes. Pull them out, flip the potato over, put it back in there for another 30, 35 minutes. Pull them out. You're guaranteed you have golden brown, crispy on the outside potatoes, fluffy on the inside. Guarantee it. There you go. I'll give the secret away.
I always do mine on when I'm running my smoker or anything that I have coals, like a wood grill, and I'll do like 5 layers of foil and then put the potato in the foil with butter or oil and then bury it underneath the coals. Make sure there's plenty of ash. You know, you want to have an insulator.
Oh, yeah.
Let those suckers run for like an hour.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right. So anyway, I'm calling the show. You can find it again. You can find it on YouTube, and you can find the audio on Snitcher and iTunes. More likely tomorrow. So if you want to download it and listen to it while you're driving to Tulsa, you know it will be there. So I want to say thank you all for joining me, and we'll see you all. And don't forget Wednesday night, Rick's Life as I See It, Shooting with Disabilities. And that show, I had my first one last week, trying to get a based idea of what we're going to do. You know, it might, the second half hour might turn into just a regular chat. In the first half hour, we'll talk disability stuff, you know, as it grows. So you don't have to be disabled. You know, you can jump in that chat. You know what I'm saying. Open to everybody. But the main topic is shooting with disabilities. So, you know, there we go. Anyway, thank you all. I will talk to you all. Hey, Stormin, you won. I see you're in here. I didn't know you won the cards. So I need you to send me an email with your address. So you did win. Your name got picked out. I put it on share screen when it happened. So there you go, Stormin. Send me your the Rick's Life as I See It at gmail.com.
Yes, really, Norm.
Really, you won.
You won.
Yep. All right, guys. That's it. The show is over. Thank you all. See you same place, same time next week. All right. Have a good one.